Hello Aquarius, and welcome to Sincere Tarot, where you get the raw, honest truth. This is your mid-January tarot reading and check-in. So your theme is the Emperor, authority, power, ambition, going for what you want, fearlessly taking on and acting out a leadership role. Do not be afraid to put yourself in a position of leadership, of authority, of power to get what you want. You have lots of experience. You have lots of knowledge through experience. You've got the battle scars to prove it. The Emperor is telling you that you can do this. You can take on this leadership role. So this is your main theme for mid-January. So now I'm going to pull some cards to see how the rest of the month is going to go, okay? And if you haven't liked and subscribed, please do so. All right, so I'm just going to pull, I've got 3 different decks, and I'm going to pull 2 from my Tarot of the Cat deck to represent what's happening beneath the surface. On the surface. I pulled 2 cards from my Tarot of the Thoth deck to represent what's happening beneath the surface. Interesting. And I pulled 2 advice cards from my Mystic Mondays deck to represent for advice for the 3rd and 4th. Ooh, this is good. This totally matches up with your theme, but you've got advice for the 3rd and the 4th week, okay? And make sure you stick around where you pick your own destiny cards at the end, all right? So, during the 3rd week of January, we have got the 3 of Wands, all right? Possible Aries, Leo, Sagittarius influence, all right? So this is a woman. I mean, obviously you could be a man or a woman, but I'm just saying this is a woman who is, everyone has masculine and feminine sides. Anyways, I'm not going to go into that right now. This is a woman who is very intelligent. She's got lots of really good experience. She's got a wealth of knowledge behind her. She's ambitious. She's a good businesswoman. Very, very smart at business, okay? That is your energy for the 3rd week of January. Beneath the surface, we have got the Princess of Swords, okay? Possible, obviously you, but possibly another Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra influence. So the Princess of Swords, there might be like a little bit of a battle. Things might be a little bit harder than you realize, but you are more than capable of accomplishing whatever you want to accomplish. You have the strength, you have the power, you have the courage, right? All you really have to do is stand your ground. And that's totally the vibe I'm getting for the 3rd week of January. That's all you have to do. Just stand your ground, own it, be that powerful leader, emperor energy, okay? And your advice card for the 3rd week is, we have got the Wheel of Fortune. This is super positive, right? So this is good luck coming your way, and it might also be a little bit of money coming your way as well, but it's good karma, good luck. Things are just gonna turn out well. A good turn of positive fortune, okay? So that is fantastic for the 3rd week, okay? Yeah, it's not necessarily going to be easy, but you're more than capable. Things will turn out well during the 3rd week. During the 4th week of January, we have got on the surface the 6 of Wands. Again, possible Aries, Leo, Sagittarius influence. This is someone who's really successful. They've had a lot of accomplishments before. I mean, it totally lines up with the 3 of Wands during the 3rd week, all right? You have accomplished a lot. People notice it, and, you might be showing off a little bit, but it's definitely well worth it. So that's amazing. And beneath the surface, we have got Lust. In many decks, this is also known as the Strength card, okay? So this is also possibly a Leo influence, right? But the reason you've accomplished so much is because of your inner strength, because of your courage, because of your power. Again, totally lining up with the Emperor energy. And also because you've gone with your animal instincts, your animal intuition, okay? So you've just tapped into that animalistic nature, that intuitive nature of yourself to be able to accomplish all of these things, right? And you might also be thinking about what's the next? What's next, And your advice card is the Knight of Swords. Okay, so this also lines up somewhat with the Princess of Swords, right? However, with the Knight of Swords, unlike the Princess of Swords, is more of like a go-getter attitude, right? Again, swords, this is you, but it could possibly be another Aquarius, Gemini, Libra influence. The Knight of Swords is telling you, pick something and obsessively focus on it. Go for it, go for it, go for it. Like literally blinders on. You might want to ignore things for at least for this week in January, for the 4th week in January, and just go for it, go for it, go for it, okay? And remember, you have the power, you have the strength, you have that amazing Emperor energy. Do not be afraid to take a leadership role, okay? All right, time for destiny cards, all right? So let's see. You need to pick a number, 1, 2, or 3. And I'm going to pull 3 cards each one from each of my deck, okay? So you use your intuition to pick your own destiny. So comment below, like, what is this goal that you're thinking of doing? I'm really curious. Or are you wanting to take up a leadership position? Like, what's going on? You're definitely more than capable, so well done. pop those back in. All right. Sorry, just gonna pop that one in. I know sometimes card readers, the ones that fall out, will put them back in, but for me, I feel like if they're gonna come out, they're gonna come out when I cut the deck anyways. So I do make a mental note of which ones they are. So if it actually comes out, then I'll let you know. Oh, got to shuffle. Okay, what's happening beneath the surface for Destiny cards 1, 2, and 3 for Aquarius, okay? I hope your month's been going so well so far. You've had a good January, that you will have a good January. All right, now advice cards based on whether you pick Destiny cards 1, 2, or 3. Did I mention you can go to the timestamps in the pinned comment below if you want to get straight to Destiny cards 1, 2, or 3? Go for it, okay? Just I need to show that I'm actually shuffling the cards. All right, 1, 2. All right. All right. If you picked 1 for your Destiny cards, let's see what we've got. This is so interesting, oh my God. Okay, so look, this is what if you picked 1. Look, comment below, like what happened before that made you get into this situation, right? 7 of Swords, right? This is likely you, but it could be another Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra influence, right? This is you or someone super close to you. That's not really letting you in that easily, but someone's got their walls up. They've been hurt before, so they are extremely wary of who they allow into their lives. They might be allowing you into their life, and that might surprise you that they are letting you into their inner world, or it could be the other way around. You have kind of had your walls up because you've been hurt before, right? That's a natural reaction. There's nothing wrong with that ultimately, okay? But you are deciding to let someone in, right? And the reason why you've been hurting so much is because underneath the surface, we've got the 5 of Cups, disappointment, possible Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer influence, right? So the 5 of Cups is like someone has hurt you, someone has, left you or betrayed you, or it's like this grief because there's a loss of a relationship, and just things have turned upside down in a way that you didn't really expect. And yeah, someone's really just like let you down. It could have been negative gossip stabbing you in the back. Who knows? It could have been something like that. But ultimately disappointment. Also, this disappointment could be from like what they didn't do. Maybe they didn't put in that effort. Maybe they didn't really, put their energy forth towards you in a positive way, Maybe they didn't live up to your expectations that you had, right? But your advice card is Judgment. Now, this card is super intense. Judgment is telling you to not just brush things under the rug. You need to honestly and authentically look at the situation that's caused you this disappointment, that's caused you to put your walls up. The Judgment card is saying that if you don't do this, it will happen again, right? If you actually want to get rid of this pattern, and is it a pattern? Think about it. Has the situation happened before, right? You need to actually look back. I would write like a list about the situation in like different columns of every time the situation has happened, and then circle the things that are in common for each one, and you'll find a pattern. And this might go all the way back to childhood, okay? You need to honestly and authentically look at the good and the bad in this situation, because anything you brush under the rug will come out to bite you in the ass in the end, okay? The Judgment card is saying you cannot brush anything under the rug. You have to look at it, the good, the bad, the ugly, everything, okay? And observe it, study it from a perspective of curiosity, okay? Yeah, so what is it? Like, what is it? Comment below that actually hurt you before. Like, I'm curious if you don't mind. Anyways, ooh, if you pick 2, if you pick 2 for your Destiny cards. Interesting. This is so interesting. Okay, on the surface, we've got the Lovers. Ooh la la. Who is it? Okay, also possibly a Gemini influence, all right? But the Lovers, you are totally in love. The love bug has bit you. Cupid's arrow has struck you. There is someone you're totally connecting with, right? The thing is, underneath the surface, there might be like, let's see, this is what we've got under the surface. The Prince of Swords. There might be like a little bit of a struggle. Also, this kind of might line up with during the 3rd week. We've got the Princess of Swords, okay? But there might be a little bit of like trying to control a bit too much of a situation. having like your fingers in lots of different pies and maybe doing a lot, but ultimately like, so I'm not sure if this is you or the other person. It's most likely, I mean, this could likely be you as your sword, but yeah, so this is this is a really interesting, like, who this person I think is capable of really good multitasking and doing a lot, right? But also that could be you. Now, your advice card is the Chariot, right? So the Chariot, possible Cancer influence, but the Chariot is saying like that this lover, whoever it is that you have this connection with, you might need to travel towards them, or they might need to travel towards you, and just to move forth with this energy, this warrior energy spirit. Okay, so it is okay to take a risk, right? But you can take this risk with strength. And yeah, someone might be moving. That's interesting. Is anyone going to be moving to be with you? Are you in a long distance relationship? Because maybe you should at least travel together to meet, okay? If you picked 3 for your destiny cards, interesting. Interesting. Okay, this is good. If you picked 3, we have got, on the surface, we have got the King of Cups, okay? So possible Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer influence. But the King of Cups is really, like, it could be like a father figure. I mean, this could be romantic, but it could be like an uncle or a father, or it could be a boss, someone who is most likely male and older than you, or if they're the same age, they're a bit more mature. And someone who's quite wise when it comes, and has emotional intelligence, okay? So this energy is in your life. And beneath the surface, we have got the Prince of Discs, okay? So discs or pentacles, possible Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn influence. So the Prince of Discs is someone who is steadfast and knows what they're doing. Not necessarily reckless sometimes, how can I put it? But sometimes they'll put their own needs in front of other people sometimes, okay? But on the surface, they seem to be like much more of like a loving, caring, understanding, but maybe there's like a little bit of selfishness in a way, like doing things more for their own sake than for others. Maybe a little bit, okay? But the advice card we have is the 4 of Wands, okay? So possible Aries, Leo, Sagittarius influence. But the 4 of Wands essentially is saying that you need to go home to have your backbone. So like, is this a father? Is this an uncle? Is this an older male family member that maybe you should be hanging around with right now? Just to get your backbone, just to get your foundation, even if it's just to pick up the phone and make a phone call to someone who gives you your strength and your foundation. So something to do with home, maybe from your childhood, whatever gave you strength and stability, all right? All right, I hope that was helpful. Please send me an email, contact@sinceretarot.co.uk if you would like a personal reading. I'm more than happy to do that for you. If you'd like to follow me on social media, I've got my links in the information, and also information about my tarot cards. And if you would like, make sure that you like, share, subscribe, and definitely hit the notification bell, because I'll often have free giveaways and random sales, and so you have to see every single community post to have access to that. And last but not least, I have monthly and mid-monthly videos, so make sure you watch some of those, and I hope you have a great month. Still here? You made it to the end of my video, just in time for secret bonus tarot card. All right, so what is the extra really important piece of information that Aquarius needs to know to help them during the mid-month January? What extra piece of information does Aquarius need to know to help them mid-January? Cool. We've got the moon, right? So possible Pisces influence. You also might want to check your moon sign. So one of my videos for your moon sign. And if you're not sure what your moon sign is, go to cafeastrology.com. I love that website. And you also might want to take a little bit of time to reflect, okay? Just do a little bit of reflecting, diving deep, looking at the darkness, not just the light, but the darkness within you. Because once you bring that up, you will see treasure. I promise you. Have a great month.